Hey Nukenites, more round of 36 matches, and hey, it's a Protoss versus Zerg, which should allow for even more bickering in the comments section. Well, I guess it beats the people debating whether or not El Nino is a storm or a weather phenomenon, and the people telling me that I said adios muchacho instead of muchacha when wasp is actually female in Spanish. Seriously, you people have too much free time on your hands. But we're moving on to JangBi versus Kwanro. It's very weird to see Kwanro in the Stars uniform. This is the first game I've casted of Kwanro's where he's on Wunjin Stars instead of CJ Entis. Why he made that switch? I don't know. Probably for more money, but he's going to be much more of a star on Stars than he was on CJ Entis, with effort stealing all his thunder. But he did get second place in the last MSL, so he's certainly capable of taking out JangBi here and moving back into the round of 16. Let's see what happens. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This is on Eye of the Storm. And it has been my theory, I have concocted this theory, that if Protoss can find a way to get past this map, they'll pretty much have the series because they'll get to play on El Nino next, which is much more favorable to standard Protoss play. But anyways, JangBi is down there at the 5 o'clock position in blue, and up here at the 2 o'clock position in orange is Kwanro. And the thing about Kwanro, and the thing that JangBi's probably prepared himself for, is that Kwanro is a very, very aggressive player. I mean, if you build defenses against Kwanro, you'll be in a much better position. That's one of the things that actually Iris, one of his teammates, underestimated moving up in the last MSL. They went through a 5-game series, but he just didn't seem to grasp how aggressive of a player Kwanro is when he's under pressure. He is very, very aggressive, and he has no problems running in with all of his units, including drones, thinking back to the MSL finals for the double sunken rush 5 pool that he did against Calm, which was basically suicidal, but definitely shows you how aggressive of a player Kwanro can be. Kwanro has gone out into the middle of the map to look for a probe. He's trying to find the direction that probe is scouting him from, but unfortunately he's not going to see that because JangBi is going to scout him in the very, very last direction. Yes, I'm surprised I haven't seen more Protoss players cheesing Zergs. I mean, throwing down a couple gateways or something. It can be countered by Zergs, and Zergs, especially Jaedong, are very good at countering that kind of cheese. But come on, Protoss players, you need to do something special. But I'll leave that for people to come to leave comments on in the comments section, because I believe I've talked a little bit too much about that. Although with all these Protoss versus Zerg matchups, it's going to give me a wider view, I guess, of the potential imbalance of this matchup. But JangBi finally in here. He sent out a second probe just to make sure that he got his probe in before any Zerglings came out to block the choke. The spawning pool coming up. And JangBi's actually been one of the Protoss players recently that has been trying something new. He went for a Dark Archon build in Pro League, and even though he lost that game, he actually did pretty well with it for a while. It just didn't seem to make that Dark Archon count when he needed it to count, but under the right circumstances, I definitely think that build is viable. So we'll see if JangBi does something similar on this map. Of course, players, they practice about 13 hours a day, and since JangBi, he's probably been practicing on this map quite a bit to figure out a way to beat Kwanro here, so he's going to know if that's the right strategy or not. That drone almost went down for Kwanro, but Kwanro has finally put down his base, and JangBi's going in with 2 probes, so he's going to try to take out these drones since he has both of his scouts still in here. I'm not sure if Kwanro is going to let it happen or not. He has a pretty good drone micro from what I can tell so far. Definitely seems prepared. Yes, he's still running his drones around, and JangBi's going to use this opportunity to just keep Kwanro from mining for quite a long time. Almost going to, takes out 1 drone, so JangBi thinks that that's enough damage, and he's going to back off for a little bit. Now he's being chased off by Zerglings. So one scouting probe going down. The second is very, very low on health, so it's probably going to go down as well. Kwanro almost taking out the... Oh, hero drone. A Quan drone taking out that probe. So eye for an eye, pretty much, so far. Both miners have gone down for both players. And Kwanro is going to expand all the way over here at the 10 o'clock position. It's probably going to take JangBi a long time to find that, since this is a pretty huge map. Cybernetics core coming down for JangBi. He has his natural expansion up and running already. So does Kwanro, and Kwanro is going for his lair. So this is most likely going to be straight into Scourge to deal with any Corsair play that JangBi might try. Of course, we saw a Bako build. I'm just going to start calling it the Bako build that Bako used against Kwanro. I mean, not Kwanro, but Calm on this map. And it worked out extremely well. It was very bizarre. He pumped one Corsair to fool the Zerg, to fool Calm, and then he went for basically a bunch of Dark Templar just to harass every single base. And he had so many Dark Templar that they really couldn't be picked off before they got to the drone line. So that was very, very bad for Calm, especially when Bako decided to go for High Templar and then eventually switched into Archons. Very strong build, and we'll see if any other Protoss players should try that if they make it to this position. Kwanro trying to deny scouting, but I'm pretty sure that JangBi spotted that hatchery. If he didn't, I don't think he would have pulled away like that. So I'm pretty sure he knows that the hatchery is over there now, and it was very smart of him to send out that probe to that location. So now he knows exactly what's going on, and it's very likely that he's going to attack that base later, because it'll be much harder for Kwanro to defend this base as opposed to his other bases near the main. So yes, the second gas not up yet for Kwanro, but he does have some Hydras out, so he actually isn't going for a Scourge build. He's going for probably 4-hatch Hydra to break the front early, and this could really hurt JangBi if he's not prepared for it, because the Hydras are already coming down the map. And another drone is being thrown over here, probably going to expand right next to this so he can use Sunkens to defend 2 bases at once. But yeah, Kwanro, like I said, very, very aggressive, and I'm sure that JangBi has studied a lot of Kwanro's games and knows that this is probably what's coming his way. He has some Zealots out, and he's upgrading +1 attack. Uh-oh, Lurkers coming out for Kwanro, so he's going to come in right in there and probably be able to take out the gateway without much resistance from JangBi. JangBi going out with a single Corsair. He's pretty late with that Corsair, but he's going to be able to use it to scout anyway. Trying to fight off the annoying Zerglings that are still out there getting the scout. And Kwanro's trying to draw JangBi away from his front so he doesn't see these Lurkers, but the Lurkers come in anyway. And now JangBi is very, very aware of the Lurkers. But that means that he's aware of the fact that Scourge are not out in time to deal with the Corsairs, so he's going to use the Corsair to fight off, to pick off, Overlords. Just going to keep coming in, take out as many Overlords as he can before the Scourge have a chance to get out. But yeah, I think this one gateway is in huge jeopardy. I don't think JangBi's going to be able to protect it, because I don't think he's going to have an observer out in time, but at least he'll be able to pick off a few Overlords before he always running out with the Zealots. They're +1 upgraded, so wow, Kwanro might not have enough to fend this off. JangBi deciding to go for the complete counterattack. He's not going to have anything at home except his cannons to defend, but he's going out with those Zealots. He knows about that base up there at the 10 o'clock. He's going to lose this gateway, but the damage he gets done here might even things out if he's able to get over there. Oh, a Lurker morphing just in time for Kwanro, so it's very smart of Kwanro to morph the Lurker there. I'm not even sure if he has Lurkers at his main area, his main and natural area. He probably just assumed that JangBi was going to go for the 10 o'clock base. But smart, quick thinking from Kwanro. Yes, he does have one Lurker there at his natural. So JangBi almost got a lot of damage done. If there wasn't a Lurker there, he would have been able to take out that base, I think, which would have really put Kwanro behind, but now Kwanro is going to be able to chase down those Zealots and pick them off with Zerglings. JangBi lost one of his gateways, but he's finally getting out High Templar, and that'll help him fight off a huge Hydra Lurker build from Kwanro, and I think Kwanro might actually be able to pick off that Forge if he inches one of his Lurkers up. And JangBi still out in the middle of the map. He's not getting anything done with these Zealots, but I think he is keeping Kwanro a little bit scared. He's coming in, trying to pick off everything, but Kwanro, excellent micro from Kwanro, able to pick off a couple of those Zealots. Kwanro coming in, getting up more gas, so he's going to transition into probably Mutalisk to pick off the High Templar. So JangBi's going to find a way to protect these High Templar. I've seen a lot of different strategies from Protoss recently. I watched Pure versus July on Heartbreak Ridge, of all places, and Pure won that game. So yeah, he just hid his High Templar right next to the cannons, wedged them in, and protected with Dragoons and Corsairs, basically, and it worked out extremely well.